Good morning and welcome to another day here on planet Earth. I am a merry gardener. This is Medium Latte Extra Hot, episode 184. Okay, I'm ordering this book. It's called The Caretakers, and it's releasing. It's going to be released in about 10 days, and it's called The Caretakers. And I'm going to just read it to you right now. War Graves Gardeners and the Secret Battle to Rescue Allied Airmen in World War II. This is a really fascinating book, and it is completely on point because I'm a gardener, and it's really fascinating and just sad and everything. You know, war's a very sad kind of thing. But I'm just going to read you the kind of description here. When the First World War ended, hundreds of British veterans stayed in France to look after the graves of their fallen countrymen as part of a newly chartered Imperial War Graves Commission through the 1920s and 1930s. These veteran gardeners married local women, raised bilingual children, and dedicated themselves to caring for their beloved dead. In 1940, the Second World War swept over Europe, stranding the gardeners in Nazi-occupied France. Their bosses explicitly ordered the gardeners to remain at their posts, even when their villages were under attack by the invading Germans. While some managed to escape on their own, nearly 200 gardeners were arrested by the Nazis. A handful of others managed to stay free and join the French resistance, with their English language skills and their unshakable loyalty to the Allied cause. The gardeners and their families took on crucial roles in the effort to save British and American airmen who were shot down in France, serving as interrogators, couriers and hosts, sheltering the airmen in their own homes and in some cases even in the First World War cemeteries. The Caretakers tells the surprising story of three of these unlikely heroes. Ben Leach, a 51-year-old barman from Manchester, became a cemetery gardener and joined the resistance in Beaumont Hamel, in a tiny village whose name was synonymous with the disastrous British attack on the first day of the 1916 Somme campaign. Rosine Whitten, the wife of British gardener who was arrested and sent to Nazi internment camp, became a key conductor on the famous Comet Line, a civilian network that rescued Allied airmen, personally guiding at least 75 airmen to safety before being arrested by the Gestapo and sent to squalid Ravensbrück concentration camp. Robert Armstrong, an Irish cemetery gardener working Valenciennes, I think I've got that right, avoided arrest for some time as Ireland never declared war on Nazi Germany, so never technically classified as an enemy national during his time as a member of the resistance. So it goes on to say, author Kathleen Galante de Angelis, my pronunciations of the French is very bad, also offers a timely remembrance to the vulnerable and working class members of the War Graves Commission who were abandoned behind enemy lines by the organisation tasked with protecting them. With meticulous research in national archives and the archives of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, along with personal interviews of the families of the British gardeners and American airmen, and never before published journals and papers of resistance members, author Kathleen reveals untold stories of human courage, resistance and survival. That book just sounds pretty insane. Do you know what I mean? That is some serious... But I like the fact they focused on gardeners, which is really fascinating. You don't hear a lot of war stories that are focused on gardeners. Obviously, being a gardener, it resonates with me. And yeah, just looking at those pictures, you know, I really want to read those stories. That looks fascinating. So it's 23 quid though. Yeah, I might buy that. I've got it's not released for 10 days, so I might buy that next week. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that. I thought that you guys might find that interesting. Let's pop that off. Yeah, let me know. Tell me what you think. Does anyone guys read any stories about gardening? I know one of my clients sent me a link to a book which is about probably in the early 1900s when people were say lumberjacks and how they did it back in the day, way more dangerous than it is now. Oh, it's still a dangerous job, but I can imagine without all the proper kit, it was a way more dangerous job, like even more than it is now. And he's read a book about kind of that kind of lifestyle, and I really want to buy that back too. If I maybe my next time I chat about a book, I'd like to read. God, that was an error. Anyway, guys, have a good day. Like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, and I'll see you on the morrow.